visiting with Phil Perry, NBC Sports Boston. Last thing for you, we'll let you go, and really appreciate your time coming in on what's a very, very crazy, busy week. This game coming up against the Bills, who would have imagined that the game would carry with it the import that it does? What's your thought on that? And also, I'm cheating here because it's two questions. What about Tom Brady? Will he be back next year for the Patriots?
So let's start with the second question first. If I had to guess, I would say Brady's not back next year, and I would say he's playing somewhere else in 2020. I feel like right now, for me, and again, from people I've spoken to, there is no doubt in my mind that he wants to continue to play. I also feel like the Patriots started on a path before this season when they signed Brady to the quote-unquote extension that they did, that they showed their cards in terms of what they were hoping for the future. If they wanted Tom Brady to be here long-term, they had an opportunity to sign him to a long-term deal. And he was very open in wanting that kind of deal.
Right.
They didn't give him that kind of deal. And so I think from Brady's perspective, you say, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to try to prove you wrong again. And if he comes out and he has an MVP caliber season, then there's a much better chance that he's back. But right now, the way it looks, and it doesn't look to me like this offense is necessarily going to get much better next year, Brooks. I would say it's very unlikely, at least right now.
I mean, isn't it, Phil? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this is just unbelievable to me based on what other people do in pro sports. The guy has the rings. He's the GOAT. Everybody universally acknowledges, and he's playing for a contract. And the perception is out there that he's kind of taken it for the team for many, many years. And maybe Belichick was part of that, signed off on it. And now here we are. And look, his skill level, it looks like, I mean, he's an old guy, but you would think maybe he gets the benefit of the doubt. It just sounds like that ain't going to happen.
I really don't think it is. And from the team's perspective, Brooks, it does make sense to me. This is what makes this situation so fascinating, is that nobody's wrong here. Yeah. I think Tom Brady should want to play as long as he can play. He's a maniac. He wants to compete. He loves the game. And so why tell him he should retire a Patriot just because it sounds nice and because that's the fairy tale ending to the story? It shouldn't have to be that way if you're Tom Brady. And coming into this year, he was still one of the best quarterbacks in football. There was really no argument against that. But at the same time, if you're Robert Kraft, you're a good businessman for a reason. If you're Bill Belichick, you're a good personnel man for a reason. It doesn't make a ton of sense for you to invest in terms of years and money in a 42 going into his 43-year-old season quarterback. And so it makes sense on both ends. And that's why I think there is some resignation as far as on Brady's end saying, okay, they don't want me here because if they did, they could have signed me. And on the Patriots end saying, okay, it's time for us to start fresh because how much longer can we bank on Tom? And look at how the offense looks right now. We need a reset here. And so just, again, from speaking to people, I spoke to someone recently who knows Tom Brady very well and said, enjoy it while it lasts. And he wasn't saying his career, period, end of story.
Amazing.
He was saying, enjoy it here while it lasts, because that's just how it feels right now.